Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes, and all the new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. Okay. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So everything is alleged. Okay, y'all? So, if karma ain't spinning blocks, I don't know what is, y'all. Okay? Now, first of all, I was going to do a video on the boxer. Okay? I was going to do a video on him. And it was going to be about, is his fights fixed? Are the fights fixed for him? Because I don't see how you can be this big time boxer, but you scared of your neighbor. He was running from 03 like he was running from a whole gang. Okay, it was just one person. And for him to get in the ring and fight with guys, that's his job. I was sad-eyeing him on that, okay, y'all? So, I just found out something today, y'all. We just found out that the boxer, he was supposed to be fighting somebody. And to be honest with y'all, I had this feeling that that fight was not going to go through. Or if it did happen, I thought he was going to lose. I really did. I thought that guy was going to whoop him like he stole something from him. Like Mo3 wanted to whoop him. I do believe. That's what I was believing. I said I do believe that that's what was going to happen. But now, I just found out the fight was canceled, y'all. This big fight. Now, his fight got canceled before because of the accident. Okay? When he had the car accident. Now, this is another big fight that's getting canceled. They said he got some kind of scratch on his ass, something like that. One of the reports says that. But another report is saying that he might go blind in one eye. He might lose that eye, y'all. If this ain't the year for karma, I don't know what is. Seriously. And due to the fact that there's a alleged rumor, word on the street is, he's the one that put up the bag. Or put some money on the bag to raise it. For Mo3. So now, somebody could be going blind in one of their eyes. Y'all tell me if this stuff ain't crazy. Like, one by one, something is happening to each and every last one of them that people are saying has something to do with Mo3. Tell me if that ain't crazy. And then on top of that, one of my subscribers, they brought this to my attention when I was talking about the license, the car. The what is it, y'all? The Camaro. Y'all know I don't know about cars, but the black car. The Camaro. I think it's Camaro, Chevy, whatever y'all say it is. When I brought up the fact that this person did not even report the car missing until after, Mo3 was hit up, which screams volumes, y'all. That means this is what they was trying to get in front of. They was trying to get in front of things. And one of my subscribers, they was like, that's probably why the auntie changed the license plates on the car. Put some fake license plates on there. They were all trying to get ahead of everything. If they get in front of everything by throwing away their phones, they thought they was going to get in front of everything by, pretty much just telling on themselves. See, when the auntie came forward and put her, 2 cents in and said that she didn't even know what they was doing it for. They were trying to get ahead of everything, because I do believe a lot of them saw, after they was a part of this, they started seeing, holes in people's story. And they start thinking, I do believe they started thinking like, let me tell my part so I can get out of the situation. Okay? But like I said, I do not understand a lot of things that's going on. It's just like with Nipsey Hussle. Okay? When Nipsey Hussle, was hit up, there was a female driver. Okay? A female was the one driving this guy around that hit up Nipsey. And she did a deal. And she gets off free. But you was there. You gave this guy a ride. The toys was in your car. And she got away with it. So I think that this is what everybody, call themselves was doing. By running and try to tell their little 2 cents first, or whatever they had all planned to tell. Okay? And I think that's why Armani came forward and said that she changed the license plates to try to be a step ahead, of the police and stuff. And them alphabet boys, as y'all call it. I do believe that's why she came forward. But it makes sense. Just like my subscriber said, like, she changed those license plates because she did not, they didn't want it to come back to the lover. Okay? To Keywan's lover. They did not want it to come back to him. That's why they did that. But if somebody stole your car, why didn't you report it? Why didn't you report it until Mo3 was taken out? Then you report it. I don't understand. Like, I do believe everybody is starting to see that this might not work. So I better, tell my part so I can get out of this situation. This is what I'm feeling. There are so many people that start reporting on Mo3. That's why I was telling y'all that it's a spiritual thing going on. If the spirit world, and I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but if it didn't get involved in what just took place, it would have been swept under the rug. It's something so sinister that's going on right now that, it's not good, y'all. It's not good. This morning I woke up and I thought about, y'all always know, I always go to Greek mythology. That's what brought me into this whole thing. When I was comparing Greek mythology with the things that was going on, and that's how I, put, Rain Man them together, Big Bird them together. That's how I put Sexual Chocolate in there, all of them together because of Greek mythology. But I was sitting back and I've been going over some other stuff along with this, and it dawned on me today that 4 different cases is so similar. It's so similar. If you think about Kanika Jenkins, if you think about Kendrick Johnson, if you think about Mo3, and if you think about Nipsey, all of their cases are similar. Okay? All of them. The one thing that stood out the most on all 4 of these cases is the shoes. They all have this in common. Kanika Jenkins, when they found her body, she had one shoe on, one shoe off. Mo 3, one shoe on, one shoe off. Nipsey Hussle, when they put him in the ambulance and was pumping him off, he was on the ground, one shoe on, one shoe off. Kendrick Johnson, both shoes off, but the shoe stood out still, okay, because of how they said he passed, with the shoe reaching for his shoe, which don't make no sense, y'all. If his shoe had fell over into that mat, it would have made more sense to just push the mat over and go down there and get it off the floor. But all of them had this thing in common with the shoe thing, okay? And it brought me to something. It's in Greek mythology, there was a guy called Hermes, or something like that. Start with an H. But he was given some things, okay? The Greek mythology. He was given from another god, you know, some winged sandals, okay, y'all? Some golden winged sandals. It brought me to that story, the golden winged sandals that they gave him. And they also gave him a hat, okay? They gave him a hat. And the hat was for protection, you know, protection from the rain. Get it, y'all? Protection from the rain. And it was also protection from the staff. It was this little, it's like a wand or something like that. But what trips me out about this wand is how it was made, okay? For those of you who don't know what this wand is that I'm talking about, if you go to the doctor's office or you look at like your medical cards or whatever, you will see this wand, and it has like a snake going around it, okay? And they actually, which represents the healthcare and medical field, okay? But how ironic is this? November the 9th, 2017, the wand was changed, and they put 2 snakes on there. And the 2 snakes is like winding around the, if y'all should know what I'm talking about. It's a symbol. When I saw it, I thought about the snakes. Everybody was saying Happy Snake Day. Okay? That's important because a lot of people snaked him, okay? A lot of people snaked him. And it's the same, all 4 situations, it's the same thing. They were isolated by so-called friends and associates. They were isolated. Kanika Jenkins, isolated. She was chosen, okay? And when I think about her, I think about they sicked somebody on her, okay? That night she was supposed to go to the movie. But one of her friends, so-called friends, tricked her into, talked her into going somewhere else. That's how she ended up where she ended up, at the hotel. Her friend brought her there. It's always somebody on the inside that gets to that person so that they can carry out what everybody else is planning with her. There you go. Okay? Then you have Nipsey. Early in the morning, he comes to the store. Now, he was supposed to be meeting somebody or whatever, but like I said, it's always somebody on the inside that gets the person where they all want that person to be. It was a reason somebody called him to come there that morning. Okay? So it's always an inside person. Mo3. Who was his inside person? He had quite a few, but his main inside person that kept up with everywhere he goes, that he listened to, that he was close to, that he was on the phone with when he came on the expressway in the first place, his manager. They always have an inside person to bring you to the spot where they want you at. Kendrick Johnson. Everybody, I've been doing a little bit research on him myself. And everybody is saying that this whole thing started over him liking some girl. And the girl, I guess she had a boyfriend or somebody else liked her too. But this is what everybody is saying it stemmed from. Well, that's not what I'm getting. Okay? What I'm getting about this whole Kendrick Johnson thing is if it wouldn't have took place at the school, it would have took place somewhere else. I do believe he was isolated too. I think that he was chosen for them to take out. Okay? And I do believe this female that he liked or whatever, or just so mysteriously, popped up. I do believe, she was sent there for the bull crap, okay? I think she was, to keep up with him or whatever. Also, when I woke up this morning, I couldn't get this off my mind, y'all. And I try to just say it because sooner or later it ties in. But I was thinking about cult stuff today. Like, sacrifice stuff, cult stuff. People, a lot of people, they're into a lot of things that you wouldn't believe. Like, it's, especially in different states, okay? They still have a lot of prejudice stuff going on. And, during the daytime, people just smile in your face. But at night, they got their robes on, okay? They got their all white and their hoodies on. And you don't know who is who, okay? And this is what I was thinking about when I was thinking about all four of these people, okay? You have to be demonic, okay, in order for you to come up with the things they've been coming up with, okay? And to be honest with you, you don't know. Well, the people don't know that's around these people or tied to these people. You really don't know what they're into, okay? It's a lot of devil worship stuff going on. And people at nighttime, they're meeting up and they're, doing their little weird crap that they do. And this is what I'm getting from all four of these, okay? Not so much Nipsey, not so much. But it still was a group that got together to discuss getting him out of the way. He had too many ideas, really good ideas for apps and all kind of stuff. And they wanted him out the way for they can take over that and make money off of his ideas. But he was picked, okay? He was picked. Just like he went to that video shoot And he got into it with somebody at the video shoot. Okay? He was the odd man out. Okay? And when they choose you, then it goes down. All right? Think about Kendrick. Okay? Think about the scene. Okay? We know they erased the tapes. We know that. We know they played with stuff on the videotape. We know that there was a blood splatter on the door. Okay? Now, if one of them kids got hurt running around playing in the gym, the blood would be probably in the middle of the floor somewhere, not over there by the door where they finna go out at. Okay? And why would it be splattered? I do believe that that young man fought for his life in there. Okay? And if that wasn't his blood on that door, it was somebody else's. It was somebody else's. And it was some sinister things happening in that gym room. It really was. And they didn't tell everything that happened to this guy. They didn't tell about his tongue being cut out. They didn't tell about his lungs and throat being cut out or whatever. They didn't tell about this stuff. They just told us about the body had, newspaper and stuff in it. Which brings me back to this. The symbol. Medical symbol. Hermes, the god Hermes. Sandals, wing sandals. Okay, y'all, think about this. The symbol represents medical and health stuff. Okay, now think about Nipsey's scene. Think about his scene. People were saying those was fake, paramedic people that came out and was trying to help him. They wasn't even pumping him right and all of that stuff. They said that, fake, first responders came out. This is what the rumors were. Okay? Think about it. It's the same rumors that Balmo 3-2. They said it was not a regular ambulance that came to pick him up that was working on him. Then we hear a song. Somebody put out a rap song saying that he was taken out inside of the ambulance. Okay? Some people were saying that, he passed away on the ground out there. He was gone then. So it's a lie in here somewhere. Then we're hearing that he passed away at the hospital. People said he was outside over an hour. This is what they were saying. He was out there over an hour. Which one was it, y'all? Because they're telling us 3 different stories. People were saying he died on the scene. People saying he died in the ambulance. And people were saying that he died at the hospital. Remember this medical symbol, y'all. Okay? I don't know about Nipsey. I don't know a lot about him. But I know Mo 3 didn't smoke. And Mo 3 did not drink. His body was super healthy. As far as that. They say he had a closed casket funeral. So we wouldn't know if they took any body parts off of him. We wouldn't know that. Okay? But he would be a perfect person for to take it from because he didn't smoke or drink. And if Nipsey didn't smoke or drink, who's to say they didn't get nothing off of him too? Okay? Not saying that this was about, but when people want to get stuff and they need it for their rich families, they're going to get it one way or the other. Okay? Now think about Kanika Jenkins. They said that something was missing on her too. Something was missing on her body. From my understanding, she was healthy. From my understanding, she was chosen. She got to a party, she was not even comfortable there because of the people there. So she was already feeling some kind of sinister energy because she was ready to go after she got there. She knew something wasn't right. She was chosen. Just like Mo 3 was chosen. Everybody in this, all of his little people that he was around, they chose him to hate. Out of everybody in the neighborhood, everybody ganged up on this one person. And when he had enough and he was like, I'm done, I'm leaving, they didn't want him to go nowhere. They wanted to hold on to him. They wanted him to stay right there and let them keep dishing out what they was going to do to him. And kept treating him like crap. And they wanted him to stay there and just take it. So when he got ready to leave, who was they going to pick with then? And they didn't want him to go make no money with nobody else. They didn't want him to make money, period. Because they were trying to stop his shows. So, this is what was tying them all together to me. This guy, they roll him up in a mat, take all of his body parts off of him. A lot of body parts. I mean, they took everything they wanted out of him. But why did they cut his tongue off, y'all? Think about this, okay? Why did they cut his tongue out? And look how everybody, was really hostile when people asked him any questions. When they try to talk to the sheriff, he don't want to talk. I don't got nothing to say to you. He got mad, like he got an attitude. Because somebody trying to find out about their baby. The school turned over certain film. They didn't give them all the film. This is where this cult stuff comes in at, okay, y'all? See, when you probably going to the grocery store and, doing your other stuff, cult members, they hooking up, deciding who next, what they gonna do, what all they need. This is what they do. They sacrifice people. These are the weird things that they do. Cut off people's tongues and stuff like that. And you don't know who is who. Y'all see, ever since I've been doing these stories from about Dallas and all the people connected, like, allegedly the commissioner, allegedly the, people that's running the churches and all of this stuff. Look at all these different people that during the day they got different jobs. They doing other things, but they still attached to so many people. Just because some people work at a school don't make them perfect. You got people dabbled all over the place that's tied together. It's just like the church. Bishop Hypocrite. He's tied to the funeral homes. He's tied to, allegedly, illegal gambling, allegedly. All these people tied. The commissioner, he pretty much runs downtown. They get people that they know and put them in different jobs. So it helps cover up the things that they're out here doing. That's why they're not getting anywhere the Johnson's family with the school. Because somebody works in that school, they're working with the people that helped did this to this baby. Cult members. That's what I'm getting. They sit up here and said that the blood on the door was not his. But they didn't even try to test it to see whose it was. And what kind of school that nasty that if somebody left it on there a day before or whatever, you still got it up there. It would have turned black. The blood was still red, so it was still fresh. They found other shoes and clothes in the gym room. And they didn't take it for evidence. The police and detectives came in there and they didn't even put anything on their feet. When they come in there, that, messes up evidence and all that stuff. And they did not care. They did the same thing for him as they did in Kanika Jenkins' case. Everybody was all over that floor walking around. The detectives and the police, and it was like they did it on purpose so that the evidence would be messed up. They did it on purpose. They said they corrupted some of the files on the camera. In Kendrick's case, they did the same thing with Kanika. Missing footage. Nipsey Hussle, they had cameras everywhere. But the only film we got was the way off, and you see some stuff is clearly going on over there. But you can't really piece everything out because it's so blurry and everything. They put out a tape of Mo 3 and it's blurry in places. Ask yourself this question. What do all 4 of these cases have to do with the medical and health symbol? And the 2 snakes now. The first had 1 snake. Now the symbol means 2 snakes. They took off parts of Kanika. They took off parts of Kendrick. Nipsey and Mo 3 had people working on them that they clearly said there's rumors that, there was a fake ambulance or either fake people working on them to try to bring them back. Think about this, y'all. A lot of people is getting paid off of Mo 3 in Dallas. I don't know why this came to me, but did they get their cut too? Somebody from the healthcare place? Did they get any parts off of Mo 3? Was that they cut? What's really going on out here, y'all? What is really going on? I always think out the box, but at the same time, things just come, and this is what came and presented itself to me, that this was some kind of cult stuff. All four of them. And it's not far-fetched to think about Nipsey and some kind of cult stuff when he was tied to Jay-Z. Y'all already know what they into. You already know what Jay-Z and Beyonce into. So it's not far-fetched for that. For the, for to put them in there. When Kanika Jinx, she was at the party, they was all throwing up all kind of little Illuminati signs. People was like, those are gang signs. Some people were saying those Illuminati signs. They were throwing up while she was at the party. Everything that happened to Kendrick Johnson is demonic. The blood splatters. His face. Did you see his face after they showed him? Did you see it? They was comparing his face to Emmett Till. Emmett Till was beat to death, pretty much. And they compared Kendrick's face to his. Blood on the wall, tongue cut out, body parts all out. Stuffed him with newspaper. What went down in that room? What went down? And was he fighting? They said he had blunt. He was hit on the neck. So could he have been fighting and somebody came behind him and hit him on the neck? And they had to hit him with something. They didn't do it with their hand. Blunt force trauma to the neck. They said that's what he died of. Did they sick this little girl on him? Did they sick her on him? And then this is the story that comes out. Oh, he liked at her and somebody else liked at her. Sound like Mo 3 case, don't it? But that wasn't just from nobody liking. Not just for somebody liking somebody. No. He seemed like he was chosen as the eyeball out, that this is who they were going to do this to. And like I said, if it did not happen at that school, it was going to happen somewhere else. If he would have went out with this girl, I do believe, something tells me in my heart, if he would have went out with this girl somewhere, eventually, she was going to lead him to where these people were. And it was more than, it was quite a few people involved in this. Even the cover-up. There's some grown people that work at that school that is helping cover this mess up. That's why they did not get all of the recordings. That's why somebody played with the cameras. Think about the janitor. They even had to lie. Because don't the janitors come in and clean up every day? That's what I heard. That's what they do at the schools. The janitor be there and clean up every day. So the janitor even had to know something and had to help lie. Even about the blood on the wall. Why didn't you clean it up if it was from another student? That don't make no sense. And they never checked to see who it was actually blood it was. And if it wasn't Kendrick's, I do believe it was one of the guys or whatever that was there that jumped him. And it was more than one guy jumped him. And they didn't test it because it was going to come back to somebody at that school. And it's a sad thing that we still got cult-like stuff going on in this day and age. But we do, believe it or not. And people be like, oh, conspiracy theory. No, there are people out here. And they pick certain days and dates for certain things. When they found Kendrick, it was 111, y'all. January 11th, if I'm not mistaken, is when they found him. That's a sacrificial date, just like Mo 3, 11/11. People do things on certain dates. It's like a sacrificial thing. And these cults are big on things like that. I would not be surprised if it's more than one Kendrick Johnson that they done did this to whoever that little school and those people that around that. I bet you any money that there's some more cases in that area similar to what happened to him. People, child just come up missing. Healthy child going to school. And all of a sudden they gone. They don't just stop at that one person. They got to have a sacrifice almost every year or maybe twice a year. I don't know how they do it. But I do believe it had to do with some kind of cult stuff. They got too much pull. The sheriff, they got pull with him. They got pull with the school. These people probably all of them probably into that mess. The ones that's defending this and didn't want to tell the truth and very hostile about people asking about it. They're the ones trying to cover it up. And ask yourself why. Wasn't no kids going to come to school and do what they did to that boy in that gym room without not having no pull, without not all being, connected somehow. Ain't no way. Them kids knew what they was doing. Come on now, y'all. It's 4 cameras in the gym room. Why would some kids come in there and do something to this boy if they knew all those cameras was there? There were adults that had something to do with this baby getting taken out. And it almost was like an act of desperation. See, y'all don't understand. When rich people got family members and they want a body part or anything like that, they're going to get it by any means necessary. I think they say he was into sports and stuff like that too. He was healthy. That's why you gotta be careful. I don't be trying to tell people like don't help people as far as being like donors and stuff like that. But you have to be careful with this too. Cause when you put on your driver's license or state ID that you excuse me y'all, when you put on stuff like that you want to be a donor, okay? And you mess around and have a car accident and you go to the hospital, okay? That's the first thing they notice is you a donor. That's the first thing they come to their mind. When you take your child to the hospital, that's the first thing that they almost ask you, is your child, is they a donor? And then that might just cost you your life. Because if some rich person wants something off of you, and then they can get several things off of you, it's cha-ching to these doctors, y'all. It's cha-ching. Okay? Be careful about that. That's all I'm saying. I always question that. If you have a loved one at a hospital and you know your loved one is not gonna make it, and then you decide while you at the hospital like you want to save somebody else's life, and then let that person, something live through this other person. They get something off of their body. It's different. But when everywhere you going, go to get your ID, go to get this, you want to be a donor, it becomes a little bit more than that, okay, y'all? You have to be careful. And they're making money hand over fist. All of these people, it's just like every weekend they talking about how many people then passed away over the weekend and this and that. Think about all these people, okay? Think about all these people that's passing away from, whatever crimes that's going on. And every time they go to the hospital, they can get some goodies off of them. Think about that. Anyway, y'all, I ain't mean to start preaching. I was just trying to jump on here and just tell y'all it's more things seem like it's to this. It really do. And I wouldn't be surprised if, they took anything off of Mo 3-2. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they took something off of Nipsey. Because I do believe both of them had closed casket funerals. Anyway, that's what I woke up to this morning. But yes, y'all, that karma. It is nipping them all in the butt right now. And I would not want to be standing near Background Dance or Big Bird right now, or Rain Man right now for that matter. Those are three that I would not want to be standing near, especially if it was like storming, because lightning might just, seriously, because every last one of them, you're noticing every last one of them. Anyway, y'all, if I hear anything else, I will jump back on here, but I'm relaxing tonight. I just want to relax and read. So please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching, y'all.